The power of silent respect. Have you ever been in a room where someone walks in and the energy shifts? They don't say a word. They don't demand attention. But somehow, everyone notices them. Why? Because respect isn't earned through loud words or forced authority. It's earned through presence, through composure, through the way you carry yourself. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, didn't need to prove his authority. He simply embodied it. And today, I'll show you how to do the same. How to make people respect you without saying a single word. Respect isn't given, it's earned through presence. Some people just have that presence. They walk into a room and without saying a word, you know there's someone to be respected. No bragging, no loud gestures, just pure presence. Marcus Aurelius had it. As a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, he earned the respect of his soldiers, his advisors, even his enemies. But here's the thing, he didn't chase it. He didn't demand it. He became the kind of man people couldn't ignore. And you can do the same. Respect isn't about trying to impress people. It's about how you carry yourself every single day. So if you're tired of feeling overlooked, if you want to command respect without saying a word, pay attention. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make it happen. Let's get started. Principle 1. Control what you can, ignore what you can't. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's it. That's the entire game. The people who command respect, who walk into a room and own it without saying a word, are the ones who have mastered themselves. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone get triggered over the smallest thing? Maybe they lose their cool in traffic. Maybe they argue with a stranger online. Maybe they obsess over what other people think about them. And what does that tell you? It tells you they have no control over themselves, that they are at the mercy of the world around them, and no one respects that. Now compare that to someone who remains calm under pressure, who doesn't flinch when things don't go their way, who doesn't chase approval or react emotionally. That kind of person radiates inner strength, and strength is what people respect. The problem: most people waste energy on the wrong things. Most people spend their days worrying about things they can't control, what others think of them, how someone treated them, whether or not life is fair. But here's the truth. You can't control other people's opinions. You can't control how someone reacts to you. You can't control every situation, but you can control how you respond. How to apply this in real life. Here's a simple exercise. Think of a situation where you usually feel powerless. Maybe it's when someone criticizes you. Maybe it's when a coworker gets under your skin. Maybe it's when plans don't go the way you expected. Next time that situation happens, pause. Instead of reacting immediately, ask yourself, am I about to waste energy on something I can't control? Or can I shift my focus to how I respond instead? Choose control over reaction. If someone insults you, let it roll off. If things don't go your way, adapt. If someone tries to provoke you, don't take the bait. Because the moment you master this, when you stop being emotionally controlled by external things, people will notice, they will respect you. Not because you forced them to, but because you became someone worthy of respect. The next level of control: mastering silence. But controlling what you can and ignoring what you can't is only the first step. Because once you stop reacting emotionally to things outside your control, you gain a powerful advantage: the ability to stay silent when others can't. And if you think about it, the most respected people in any room aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who listen more than they speak. Up next, I'll show you why mastering silence is one of the most powerful tools you can use to command respect without saying a word. Principle 2. The power of silence. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." And this applies directly to how we use our words. In today's world, everyone is in a hurry to speak, react, and prove themselves. People argue online, they interrupt conversations, they rush to fill silence because they're uncomfortable with it. But here's the truth: the most respected people are the ones who speak the least. But when they do, people listen. Why? Because their words carry weight. The problem: most people talk too much. Think about the last time you were in a conversation with someone who wouldn't stop talking. They jumped from topic to topic. They filled every pause. They talked just to talk. Did you respect them more? Probably not. Now think about someone who speaks rarely, but when they do, they say something thoughtful, precise, and impactful. That's the person people pay attention to. Because in a world full of noise, silence is power. Why silence makes you more respected? It makes people curious about you. When you don't reveal everything about yourself, people naturally want to know more. Mystery builds intrigue, and intrigue creates respect. It makes your words more valuable. If you talk all the time, people start tuning you out. But if you only speak when necessary, your words become rare and valuable. It shows you are in control. When you pause before responding, you signal that you're not easily provoked. You create space for calm, rational thinking instead of emotional reactions. How to apply this in real life? Here's a simple exercise. Before you speak, pause for 3 seconds. Whether you're in a debate, a disagreement, or a casual conversation, pause. Observe the situation. Think before you respond. Speak only when necessary. Don't say something just to fill silence. If you have nothing valuable to add, say nothing and watch how people start paying attention to you more. Let others reveal themselves first. The more you stay silent, the more other people talk. And the more they talk, the more you learn about them, their weaknesses, their intentions, their thoughts. That gives you the upper hand in any interaction, because the person who can control their words controls the room. The next level: discipline over emotion. But silence alone isn't enough, because if you want people to respect you long-term, you need more than just control over your words. You need control over your emotions. Up next, I'll show you how to develop the discipline and self-mastery that makes people take you seriously, no matter the situation. Principle 3. Discipline commands respect. Stop announcing, start acting. There's something different about people who are truly disciplined. They don't talk about their routines. They don't post about their struggles. They don't try to convince you that they're hardworking. And yet, you see it. It's in the way they move, the way they carry themselves, the results they produce. And that's the difference between people who command respect and those who are constantly trying to prove themselves. The problem: most people seek validation instead of results. Let's be honest, most people love talking about what they're going to do. They say they're going to start waking up at 5 a.m. They tell their friends about their new fitness routine. They post about their goals on social media. Why? Because it feels like progress. But it's not. It's just noise. And deep down, people know this. That's why when someone constantly talks about their big plans but never follows through, no one takes them seriously. Because words are cheap, and respect is earned through action. The solution: make your work do the talking. Think about the people you admire most. Are they the ones constantly telling you how disciplined they are? Or are they the ones quietly putting in the work without needing to announce it? The most respected people don't say, "I'm going to do this." They just do it. And over time, people notice, not because they're trying to be seen, but because results can't be ignored. How to apply this in real life? Pick one thing you've been telling yourself or others you'll do, but haven't done. Maybe it's waking up earlier, maybe it's working out consistently, maybe it's cutting out distractions and actually focusing. Starting today, stop talking about it. Don't mention it. Don't announce it. Just start doing it. Track your progress, but keep it to yourself. If you wake up early, don't post about it. If you hit the gym, don't tell anyone. If you're building a new habit, let the results speak for themselves. At first, no one will notice. And that's okay, because this isn't about proving anything to them. But over time, as you stay consistent, something interesting happens. People start seeing the change. They start respecting you, not because of what you said, but because of what you've actually done. And that's the kind of respect that lasts. The next level, mastering emotional control. But discipline isn't just about what you do. It's also about how you handle yourself under pressure. Because if you can't control your emotions, no amount of discipline will make people take you seriously. Up next, I'll show you why mastering your emotions is the key to being unshakable in any situation, and how to develop that power starting today. Principle 4. Control your emotions. No one respects someone who's easily provoked. There's one thing that instantly lowers how people see you: losing control of your emotions. Think about it. You've probably seen someone snap over something small. Maybe they explode in traffic. Maybe they overreact to a comment. Maybe they get defensive the moment someone challenges them. And what's your reaction when you see that? Most likely, you lose respect for them, because if a person can't even control themselves, how can they expect others to respect them? The problem: most people are emotionally reactive. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If someone is able to provoke you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation." In other words, if someone gets under your skin, it's because you let them. The truth is, people who lack self-control are easy to manipulate, and manipulators know this. They say things just to get a reaction. They push your buttons to make you lose your cool. They control you, not because they have power, but because you give them power by reacting. The solution: make yourself emotionally unshakable. Now think about the most respected people you know. Do they get flustered when someone insults them? Do they explode when things don't go their way? Number. They stay composed. They keep their emotions in check. And because of that, people see them as strong, confident, and in control. How to apply this in real life? The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause. Don't react immediately. Take a breath. Instead of engaging, do the opposite of what they expect. If they insult you, smile. If they try to embarrass you, stay calm. If they push for a reaction, give them silence. Remember, the person who controls their emotions controls the situation. People respect those who aren't easily shaken. The moment they realize they can't control your emotions, they start seeing you as someone who's above their level. This doesn't mean you suppress your feelings. It means you choose how to express them instead of letting others decide for you. And once you master this, you'll notice something interesting. The same people who used to test you will start respecting you instead. The next level: becoming a master observer. But there's one more thing that separates truly respected people from the rest. It's not just about staying calm, it's about understanding people better than they understand themselves. Up next, I'll show you how to sharpen your ability to read people so you can navigate any situation with confidence and control. Principle 5. Become a sharp observer. Read people without saying a word. The most respected people in any room aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who watch, listen, and understand more than anyone else. Because power doesn't come from speaking first. It comes from seeing what others don't. The problem: most people are too busy talking to notice anything. Most people are so focused on what they want to say next, they miss everything happening around them. They don't notice the shift in someone's tone. They don't see the subtle change in body language. They don't catch the small hesitation in someone's words. And that's why they struggle in social situations. Because the ability to read people, to understand their intentions, emotions, and motivations without them saying a word, gives you an unfair advantage. The power of observation, why it commands respect. Think about it. You've probably met someone who seems to just get people. They know when to speak and when to stay silent. They pick up on things that others miss. They seem 2 steps ahead in conversations, making people feel understood, and that makes them respected. It's not luck, it's not intuition, it's the skill of deep observation. How to apply this in real life? If you want to command respect without speaking, you need to train yourself to see more than others do. Here's a simple way to start. For one entire day, focus on observation over participation. Instead of jumping into conversations, just listen. Instead of thinking about what you'll say next, focus on what's happening around you. Pay attention to the details most people miss. Notice how people react when certain topics come up. Observe who dominates the conversation and who stays quiet. Watch their body language. Are they confident, nervous, defensive? Let silence do the work. The more you let others talk, the more they reveal about themselves, their thoughts, their true intentions. And when you finally do speak, you'll say something so insightful that people will pay attention. Why this works. Most people respect those who understand them. When you observe more, you see people for who they really are, not just who they pretend to be. And when people realize you're someone who sees through the noise, they respect your presence, your insight, and your words when you choose to speak. The final step, putting it all together. Now that you know how to command respect through control, silence, discipline, emotional mastery, and observation, the next step is simple. It's time to put these principles into action, because the real difference between those who are respected and those who are ignored isn't knowledge, it's execution. Let's wrap this up. The truth is, respect isn't something you demand, it's something you attract. And it has nothing to do with status, wealth, or how loud you are. It comes down to one thing: how well you control yourself. Control your focus. Stop wasting energy on things you can't change. Control your words. Speak less, listen more, and make your words matter. Control your actions. Stop talking about what you'll do and start doing it. Control your emotions. Don't let anyone pull you into their drama. Control your awareness. Observe more, react less, and understand people better than they understand themselves. When you do this, something powerful happens. People feel your presence. They sense your confidence. They respect you, not because you asked for it, but because you became someone worth respecting. Marcus Aurelius never had to prove he was a leader. He simply lived like one, and the world followed. Now it's your turn. If you're ready to take this to the next level, to learn how to command respect in any situation, watch my next video, How to Command Respect in Any Situation. Because knowing these principles is one thing, applying them is what makes the difference.